Hey! Gardening video! Okay, so I don't think this has changed from last time. Or if it has, it's been a while since I did a video. Yeah, so the main thing that's changed is that all my tomato plants are dead. Here's this thing. It hadn't changed too much. Ah! Bug just attacked me. Landed right on my hand, buzzed on it and everything. Apple trees. They're doing a little better now that I put that rock dust on them, I think. Holy crap. Look at that. It's a tomato plant. I wasn't expecting that. I put a sucker in there a while ago. That might even be one too. I don't know if that's alive or not. That's surprising. Yeah. And over here. Oh, look, a bee. Bees are rare. So that's nice. Good bee. Strawberries doing surprisingly good. I don't really do anything over here. There's a banana pepper. I mean, that's all gonna die whenever it gets cold, which is soon. This one's already dying. This one's kind of falling apart. Soil. Still, I don't know. I think it's good, but the plants don't. I don't know. The top gets kind of. Well, it's not really compacted. I can still dig through it real easy, but not as easy as I'd like. Anyways, I think the main problem with that is location. Not enough sunlight. So here's the tomato plants. Tomatoes haven't dropped off yet, but look at the leaves and stuff. These two are worse. So the verdict on this is that it got a bad kind of virus or disease, and now bugs are eating them because they're so weak. But yeah, it stays too moist in here. I need to mix like twice as much perlite in, or that's what I'm gonna try next time, I guess, next year. Here's the sweet potato. He's doing pretty good. He got a little bit of shit eating at him. Here's a worm. Get off of there, you butthole! Come on, off. No, you don't cling on. Get out of there. Get off of my plant. Yeah, that's right. So he ate on this some. Worm poops. Anyways, I'll link the video to this one in the description, because this is one where I put my stuff from the juicer in it. And I can't tell too well, but it seems like really good soil. Mainly because I put 2 sweet potatoes in here, and when I dig in there, I kind of hit the remains of those potatoes. I just planted. Oh, okay. I planted all this full Swiss chard. It all died. Too much moisture again. It's like a trending theme. Too much moisture. So I put in my summer squash seeds. Well, I just checked the planting calendar, and it's like the opposite time of when you're supposed to plant those, which I know, summer squash, why would I plant it when it's about to start winter? I don't know, some reason I thought it was the time of year for that. Like I had remembered the planting calendar saying that. I was wrong, so those aren't going to go too well. Here's the cactus. He's cool, he does great. If you want to get into gardening and you're afraid of failure, well, cactus are a pretty good choice. Especially if you live in Texas like I do. See, got 2 sprouts coming here, and this one's doing fine too. Alrighty, moving along. So, I think, oh right, plant was missing from the planter in the corner. This is him. This is the Trinidad scorpion. It was doing very bad, and so I transplanted it into here with plenty of compost. Plenty of my screened compost from the compost pile. Very rich. High quality, hopefully. It seems to like it. I do need a layer of mulch on top of that and set it up right. It's kind of leaning. Okay. Now, I might be remembering wrong, but I think this was one of the pots where we did the alternating layers of stuff from the juicer and soil taken from pots that weren't in use. So it was pretty good soil, pretty well aged. Oh, and we did newspaper too. Check that out. I didn't even know. So this was one of the pots. Well, the soil in here is amazing. Really good stuff. Light, fluffy, not compacted at all. I mean, it's just seems like really good soil. I'm trying not to disturb these 2 things. I don't know what those are, but they look kind of like what pepper plants look like when they grow, so this might have been the pot that was near the jalapenos, or maybe there were jalapeno seeds and the soil that I used from the empty pots. But yeah, that's just, I don't know, that's just really loose, light, fluffy, like slightly damp but not moist. I wouldn't be able to squeeze water out of it. Really good soil. The newspaper's fine too, I just mix that in. I like that newspaper in there. Okay. So, I think this one's turning out to be a great success. I need to make more juice. Oh, okay, here's that vine. It's been around for a while. These dudes, there's holes in them. You bury them up to here. You put water in them, and it's supposed to water your plants down at the roots. Kind of like a Oya, which is made from clay and is way better, but this is like the jury-rigged version of it. So there's that. We threw the Trinidad scorpion seeds that we got from our peppers into this pot. They were very molded. I don't think they'll live. Or if they were gonna live, they probably would have sprouted by now. The hibiscus are doing bad again. Same deal, too much water. The soil in there probably got recompacted and whatnot. I was playing around in this earlier, digging through it. It's one of the newspaper pots. I think this one was just newspaper and soil. I don't remember if this one has compost or stuff from my juicer in it or not. We'll have to check on, I'll link the video, we'll have to check. But 2 of the plants survived. I think that the others died because they may have been too big of plants to be transplanting like that, or cloning like that. Or something. I don't know much about cloning, really. I've failed a lot with that in the past, but these 2 seem to be alive. Here's this thing. I think I already showed this in my previous video, but it's mulch and alternating layers of rock dust. And it retains moisture really well, which is a good and a bad thing. Not soggy though, so I think it's a good thing. It gets real cold down in here. Let's see. So what I'm gonna do with this two seeds I have right now that are supposed to be planted this time of year for my zone are radish and lettuce. So I've got this butter crunch lettuce. I'm just gonna spread some seeds on this and then water them in, see if they take. Because I just got so many seeds, and I've never had success with lettuce in the past. So that probably won't work, but you know, no effort involved, so it's fine. And this is supposed to be aged like 3 years or something, and I just figure it's worth a try. Who cares? Here's a mountain laurel. I forget if it was named Ren or Lynn. It's one of the two. Its brother, or its sibling, died. That leaf doesn't look too good. So, yeah, mountain laurels. They grow slow, but not as slow as mine. Mine has stunted growth from birth. And whenever a plant has stunted growth from birth, or whatever you want to call it, they do bad for the rest of their life, pretty much. Here's the other tomato. So, this is the one I pulled out of the soil to check and see the roots and the moisture level and everything. I went ahead and put them in this bag, thinking that the bag would let moisture out better. It hasn't really yet, but I can use this again in the future. I poke some holes in it, like that. And it's just one of our grocery bags. In Austin, you have to have those kind of bags. They don't let you use the plastic ones anymore. Here's the basil. Check it out. Full recovery. Isn't that great? It had that disease, and now it's doing good. I think the rock dust and the poop and all that helped, and that maybe this spot with the extra shade is what it likes. Look at these really dark leaves. That's cool. I'll eat that one later. My hands aren't covered in filth. This is pretty cool. I've never seen them at this stage before. It's got a nice red fruit. There's another one starting, and these two haven't came out yet, but those were all flowers that actually set. Yeah, that's neat. You can eat those, but I thought I would let it, you know, run its course, and maybe I'll get some seeds out of it. Here's the nasty prickly pear. I hate these bastards. I'm going to take my machete. I'm going to chop, and try to get this line of rock to reemerge. And then you can compost this stuff, but I do not want the needles in my compost. So I'm just going to toss it back into here and let it feed the rest of the the rest of the cactus, and just deal with it that way, because it hangs out way too much. I hate this stuff, but you know, what are you gonna do? Friends of the family came and visited this weekend, and they brought these as a gift. Very cool. It's a giant cactus. I don't know the names. I think we've got it written down, but they all look kind of similar to San Pedro, and that's, you know, size comparison. They're big. They're really cool, and I hear they get even bigger. Look how vicious this one looks. Oh man, I'm going to have to be careful with that one. So that's pretty cool. These are all different species, and I hope that they do well. We don't typically do well with plants. But I hope they can make it. Yeah, cactus, it's our best bet. Here's some jalapenos. Yeah. They ought to be separated. I'll separate out this plant from this one. This is probably the parent, and this is one of its children. Yeah, that's everything. So, tomatoes are dead. Hibiscus are dying. It's gonna rain soon, so I need to do this compost thing, but everything just stays wet. It's really weird. Normally we have trouble with everything being too dry. Now everything's too wet. Yeah, that's everything. That's everything. This is sugar. 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 Uh-oh. Uh-oh, sugar. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Uh-oh. It's a camera. What are you gonna do? You rub your nose on. You're good.